Welcome, everybody, to another episode of the NSC, or Wrestling and Gaming Podcast. I am your host, Chris Canfield, aka Big C. And what do you see in front of me? The Demolition WrestleCon 2026 exclusive 2-pack from the Nerd Closet Online Mat Maniacs. In a previous review, we did the WrestleCade exclusive from 2025. This is the WrestleCon from 2026. As you can see, the box does reminisce and resemble the iconic face paint of both Axe and Smash, the newly minted WWE Hall of Famers. I'm telling you, they've been getting some figures out, and I'm very happy for them. You know, from the late 80s, early 90s, these guys here were definitely one of the top tag teams in the WWE, alongside Legion of Doom, Steiner Brothers, Powers of Pain. They caused havoc everywhere they went. Let's take a look at this wonderful box art here. There's the stamp for the WrestleCon 2026. There's Axe, there's Smash. On the top side, we have the WrestleCon Las Vegas 2026. The Mat Maniacs. On the side panel, we do have Axe and we do have Smash. On the bottom, we have their social medias, the Nerd Closet Online on Instagram and X at the Nerd Closet Mat Maniacs figures. It's got a bio on the back, which is nice that they have these on these wonderful piece of art here. Demolition, Axe, and Smash from parts unknown. Combined weight 581 pounds. On the back, it gives a little bit of a description. Here says Demolition, one of the most formidable and enduring tag teams in professional wrestling. Made a significant impact in the late 1980s, early 1990s in the World Wrestling Federation. Initially consisting of Axe, Billy Idol, and Smash Barry Darsow, they became three-time WWF World Tag Team Champions, setting the then record for most combined days as champions with title. Their powerful, aggressive style and menacing persona made them the dominant forces in the division. Though their reigns ended, Axe and Smash reunited in 2007 for special appearances, further solidifying their place as legends in wrestling history. And who can argue with that, right? Well, you see, we hop right into these figures here. As always, these Mat Maniacs come in a Defender to help keep the box as minty as possible. And sometimes, just sometimes, they get a little bit hard to open it up. But that's not a problem, though, because as a mint on card collector, you want these to be as well protected as humanly possible. I do have a bunch mint on card, but I also like to just, sit there and actually enjoy these pieces of art here. They are a work of art. There he goes. I'll put this over here on the side. Just take a look at it without the glare. Look at that. Reminiscent of their iconic face paint, which made people kind of scared. I know when you seen that face paint on there, you had to kind of wonder what was going to happen to you, because these boys did not play around at all. One thing I always wish was that we had a match at one of the larger pay-per-views in WWE between Legion of Doom and Demolition at like a WrestleMania. Unfortunately, that never did happen, but there you go. Take a look at that box art. Look at that. Oh, the backdrop on these two. They just look so nice. Classic with the ring ropes there. And of course, the shutters and lights from the flashes being taken. And as always, these figures come with a second protective coating on it to keep these figures from bouncing around and causing any kind of harm to them. But let's put Smash up here and let's take a look at Axe. Now, like with the other ones there, we got the beautiful mask on there, decorated and adored with tons of spikes. Spikes on the vest and the entrance gear, spikes coming down through knee pads, more spikes, spikes on the gauntlets, the peg holes on the backside. You got spikes, the trunks, nice shiny material. Let's take a look at this beautiful headgear here. Look at that. Wow, that's nice, right? And let's take a look at Axe. Now, this is a different type of paint variation than what was on the WrestleCade. The WrestleCade was silver. This is definitely red. The jacket buckles right back here, so it's easily removed. Slides up through and up and over. Jacket is absolutely beautiful. It's got to be 100 spikes on here. Look at that thing, right? Like, that is absolutely attention to detail. Perfect, perfect, perfect. We got little tight head, arms move nicely, waist moves. But I mean, just take a look at that sculpting, right? Like, these figures are definitely their own style, and that is wonderful. You know, you don't want to be stuck in the mix with the same figure, same stylized figures. You want to stand out because that's what makes it all worthwhile. That is beautiful. That's Axe, and Axe is absolutely gorgeous. Let's take a look at his tag team partner here, the Smasher. Same adorned headdress piece, tons of spikes, entrance vest, tons of spikes, spikes on the gauntlet, wrapped all the way around, spikes on the entrance gear. On his, oh, we got white here around the knee, on the right knee, which was different than on the WrestleCade, which had blue tape, comes up through. You could actually see, if you look really carefully right there, you can actually see where the tape also follows on into the boots, which is a nice touch. It didn't just stop it here and pretend it went through. It actually, you can actually see it right between the knee pad and the boot itself. Spikes, buckles coming down through. These here have nice 3 buckles on it. Let's take a look at the headgear here. That mask, I tell you, that is a badass mask. Same clips here to take off the robe, which comes easily off. Get a better look at the old Smasher figure itself. Look at that. Face paint is different again than from the WrestleCade. We have red here. Got the tattoo showing up right there. Beautiful. Elbow pad. The gauntlets with the spikes. I mean, you know, arm articulation. Head and waist. Like, these, they're just absolutely awesome figures. You know, you can't get much nicer than what we got going on here. And it's the fact that they're their own niche figures there. Just absolutely beautiful. Demolition. WrestleCon Las Vegas 2026. Exclusively from the Nerd Closet Online Mat Maniacs. Check out Mat Maniacs, the Nerd Closet Online, for all of your tag team needs, as Series 1 had the Road Warriors and the Steiner Brothers. Series 2 had the Major Players, the Hardy Boys, Powers of Pain. They also came out with another different variation of the Road Warriors, Animal and Hawk, and of course, Demolition. The NerdClosetOnline.com, Mat Maniacs, WrestleCade, Las Vegas, WrestleCon, Las Vegas 2020 exclusive Demolition. Get them now. This is the NSC Wrestling Gaming Podcast. Chris Canfield, a.k.a. Big C, telling you all to have yourself a wonderful rest of your day, and peace out.